with Reatha Pitman in the studio. Hi, Reatha.
Hi.
Give the people a wave.
I have a feeling a deja vu here.
We're
Oh, my
not.
goodness,
We're not.
that was
just,
great. No.
Yeah. There's a reason that we're chuckling so hard is because we just did about a 4-minute intro that only us knew about because we weren't actually live on the internet. But I had a really good run to it.
I get a redo.
I'm gonna share that clip because they recorded it on my computer. Kevin messed up, and I had the absolute just totally. You got to eat your own dog food there,
I did.
and that was not live on the internet when he made a mistake. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that, but we're having a great time. I hope you're having a great night. We have a great show for you tonight, and as always, we're going to start the show off with the grudge match. We got 2 killer bands for you tonight. Kevin's going to explain now with all of his information.
I do, and I have it all.
On the original,
got it all.
The original start.
There will be no mess up in here at all.
Shit. All right,
so
Kevin, take it away.
Our champion, Shepherd's Reign, returns as a band out of New Zealand. LeManu is the name of the song. Look, I didn't even have to look for that one. I'm
gonna post the mistake video.
You know how the grudge match works. It's 2 videos. Video number 1, video number 2. We play the challenger first, and then we play the champion second. You vote video number 1, video number 2 down in the comments. If a champion goes on for 3 weeks in a row, well, you know what? They make the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
We got 2 members in the Hall of Fame right now with Love to Hate and the Keystones, which you can go to YouTube and check out the Hall of Fame playlist, and you can watch those videos there as well. So we've got that, and the challenging band is Silvera. They're out of Denmark. The name of the song is called Alive. So here's the grudge match. Get in the comments. Let us know video 1, video number 2, and you're watching the sound.
I love how you knew where they were from.
Go. Hit play.
Okay, I like the song, but my critique is this: there was a pause in there that I thought was the end of the song that almost screwed me up while I'm trying to switch everything.
He scrambled.
I was like, oh, it's over, it's over, it's over. No, it wasn't. That was just a breathing part in the song. Really like the song. It's very difficult when you're trying to run video and audio mix in the middle of a live show.
So that one was called Alive. It's a band Silvera. They're out of Denmark. So that would be video number 1, and that would be your challenger. Video number 2 is going to be Shepherd's Rain. Le Menu is the name of that song.
Like you said, that was they were the winners from last week, right?
We are going to play that, yes.
Correct. But before that,
that's what I was going to say. So we had some friends send us a nice little clip, and we would love to show this to you.
We put a little message out there on the Facebook, and we always love having the people that watch the show. We want y'all to be on the show as much as possible, and we've opened up some shows with some fan videos before. Reached out last week, asked for the same thing, a fan clip, and we had his band send it in, Silent Trust. Here it is. Before we go into video number 2, this is Silent Trust. Check it out.
What's up, everybody?
This is Silent Trust, and you're watching The Sound.
How everyone is, I will be right here waiting for you with open arms right now. However you need it, I will give you everything that I can.
Oh man, that was super cool, guys. I like that. We and Kevin were just talking about that 70s show vibe where the camera's spinning around to each person there. Super cool. Thanks for sending that in. If you want to send in a video to us, just mail it to thesound228@gmail.com.
Mike Yorks, thank you for the sexy looks.
That's right. And we'll feature you on the show. So it can be something super simple. We usually ask for less than 2 minutes. You can record it with your phone if you want to be in your house, just jamming on whatever instrument you've got, singing something a cappella. It doesn't matter. We really want to highlight all the people that watch the show, the musicians that are fans of the show. So without further ado, we're going to jump into video number 2, the returning champion. Bring it out there for me, Kevin. Who is it?
Shepherd's Rain. They're out of New Zealand. The song is called Le Menu.
And you're watching
The Sound.
Samoa! Sound je koude koude! Je koude me kwakko! Je vijf me vijf! Le manu, zo ja! Le
We're having an interesting show tonight. We're having a very interesting show tonight.
Now this show is when we should have had the damn extra camera.
Oh yeah. that thing crapped out on us. Shepherd's Reign. How do you say that?
Le Manu.
Man, you're way more fancy than I am.
Le Manu.
That's a pretty cool thing. I like it because it's something new. It's definitely a different flavor. We talked about on the last episode the band The Who. Is that right?
The Who.
They're going to be playing
H.U.
Welcome to Rockville.
Yes.
And they have. Is it? I don't remember the song off my head. Is it in that same kind of vibe, or is it just different? Like
It's in that same kind of vibe. These guys are from New Zealand. The Who is from Mongolia.
okay,
And they've got that whole throat sound.
right. But it's like a culture kind of
Yes.
injecting their vibe into rock music
Absolutely.
or whatever. So a lot of times things can get stale, and I'm always into people like trying to spice it up and give a new flavor to something like that. So that's super cool. But we said, we got Reatha Pitman in the studio tonight. Wave to the people. We're here to talk again. It's been a while since you were in the studio.
A year.
This last
It's been
time.
just over a year.
Was it really?
The
We
end
were-
of January of last year. It
And
was
that-
right around my birthday.
Nice. We were in the old studio at that time. So now we're in the new digs.
We
here.
were. This is like super nice.
Yeah. So you had
compared to
a little
what it
like
was.
trouble finding. You're like, hey, I don't know if I'm in the right building or not. Is this the
Wait,
right
there's
place?
nobody out there. And
No, we don't have.
It's a wedding
Yes.
professional thing downstairs, and you walk in,
Yes.
you're like,
Yep.
what is this?
That's
Am I
right.
in the
It's
right place?
for people who haven't been on the show, we do co-op the space that we're in, so it's a feminine vibe out front.
It's a wedding vibe.
It's a wedding.
It is a wedding vibe.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
But no. So you wanted to stop
I had-
by tonight and talk to us? Go ahead. What you got? What you got?
Well, no, I was looking. I was like, what episode was that? I'm still
Scrolling back through them.
Scrolling.
It was-
episode number 5.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Wow.
episode
5 to
number 5,
27.
and now you're episode 27.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any mathematical significance there. Maybe
They're
somebody
both odd numbers.
Okay.
There you go.
All
That's
right.
about it.
But no, what's been going on since then? So a year later, like I think, if correct me if I'm wrong, when we talked to you last, had the EP just came out or about?
It
to-
had. It
Okay.
had just dropped. I had released it the October before, but it didn't really officially get released until early of 2019. And since then, I've been working on new music. I sang at the the Mississippi Songwriters Festival, and played some new music there. I got a new one coming out. It's called Mississippi. It's my new
Mississippi.
favorite song. It's
There
an
you go.
awesome little song. Everybody seems to like it. It definitely has a very, very hippie vibe. I'm trying to get in the studio and get it recorded. I'm working on a full album right now. It's got 10 songs. I might throw in a couple of more to get a full 12.
Okay.
Looking at doing it at Boggy Branch, just trying to raise that money so
Yeah.
that I can get
Right.
back in the studio, because it's
So-
expensive to
So
get in the studio.
tell people
Without a
how
doubt.
they can contribute to that if they so choose to.
I have my crowdfunding page is still up, but I actually have a Patreon account now.
Mhm.
And it's under Reatha Pitman, or Reatha Pitman Music, I think is what it is. But I'm the only Reatha Pitman, I think, in the whole world. So you can find me on Patreon, or you can send money through the PayPal account. I have a website that's posted. All of the information comes out with my newsletter that I send out once a month, and you can subscribe to that either by sending me a message on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or going to my website itself at reathapitman.com and subscribing from there. And you'll get all the information. The Patreon information comes out, as well as links to videos and music and stuff that I'm working on.
Awesome. Do you have tiers on the Patreon? Like
I do. And actually, the lowest one's only $2. I do actually have my first Patreon account. It was really exciting. It was the guy that I was in the Navy with, and
Awesome.
he is supporting me.
do you, not to put you on the spot, do you know the tiers? Do you remember? 'em?
gosh.
Did I do it? I put you on the
You
spot.
did.
I'm sorry. It's difficult. It's very difficult to remember. We were even talking about ours.
Yeah,
It's hard.
It is.
It
we
is
have
really
one,
hard.
and I signed. I got the sound started on one, but that's as far as it's gotten.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I've had to go back in multiple times and fix things and tweak things.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. It's hard to figure out what you're going to do for each tier. I know that the bottom tier, you're going to get new videos and music as it comes out, behind the scenes kind of stuff,
Right.
as I go into the studio or as I'm hanging out and chilling and writing music. And then after that, you're going to get little comments because they've got a little chat blog type thing that's in there, and
Right.
and you'll get access to all of that plus the videos plus more. And then the higher up that you go, obviously you're going to start getting at one of my tiers. I'm pretty sure you're going to get a full download.
Yeah.
Of the whole album.
Nice.
That's how most people do it. You know,
Right.
you start out with like more access, more reach as far
Right.
as direct email links or some way they can join a Facebook group and comment and talk to you directly, right? All the way up. I think most bands typically do some kind of like digital downloads and physical LPs, if bigger bands where they actually send you the record and the CD for us old school folks who used to buy that kind of stuff. Yeah, and a t-shirt and stuff.
Well, I already have t-shirts, but I got one of them Cricut machines that you can cut out the design. Right. I got my this brand new logo. It's awesome. I have a large logo and a small logo, and I'm gonna start making my own t-shirts.
Nice.
Because I think they're just gonna look so much better than the El Cheapo ones that I have now.
Yep.
I can't give those away.
It is what it is, but you have to do a lot of things for yourself to one, save the money.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you get full free range of whatever you want to do with it. So you get to perfect it before you do it. And like some people will get in a hurry and go, yep, you know what? That looks great. Print it. And then when they get it, they're like, we could have probably done something better.
Right.
It allows you to tweak it and stuff.
But it allows the creativity to really take flight, because you can do a couple of things and then you can go through and change it and do whatever you want to do that's different and add to it. Like I'm going to bring out like a whole line of colors. You're pretty much going to be able to choose whatever color you want. And it's going to look really awesome. But I wouldn't be able to do that if I was just like you said,
right.
Here's my picture. Here, send it off, print it, and be done with it.
That's right. What we were talking a little bit earlier before we went live, even when we thought we went live and then didn't go live, but now we are live, was you and another musician too through our Facebook was talking about this too, so this is why I bring it up. You actually have to you are kind of like a one woman band here, where you have to like try to find people to help play live with you.
I have to get musicians to come and play with me. I've got a couple of guitar players that I've been playing with that have been really fantastic, but like the Barbashella Blues and Barbecue festival that I'm doing out at Bova in March, I had to get a full band together, and so I had to go through and send out messages, and I actually used the Sounds music group
I saw
to find a drummer and a bass player.
Well, the best thing is that when you were talking about a drummer and then Phil responded, I'm like, oh, please.
Let him do it.
Please let Phil be the one to do it, because I so want to see this.
I do too.
He's just,
wait.
Phil Cron.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that is who's
It probably is.
doing it.
Probably is.
I have to look back at my emails and messages. I
might
think because Phil sounds familiar.
Well, if it's him, he's going to bring you some high level shit. He's going to take
wow.
it. He's going to take it to 11.
Wild.
He's going to take it to 11. But you already kind of mentioned it just in talking just now. But like that adds a whole nother like dynamic to.
Oh, it's crazy.
Being in a band, you're having to find the band every time. Right?
It's crazy.
And
I never practice. We never rehearse. Not one show have I rehearsed for.
With the person that's playing with you.
Right.
So how do you do that? So you put it out there online?
I pray that they get it right.
Right.
I'll create a YouTube playlist of all the songs and the artists that I want to do it in. I tell them the keys.
Right.
So they have all the information. I send them the set list ahead of time, and then they can go through and listen and do whatever they want to do, tweak their information so that they can play the right chords and the right keys, and then hope that they know what they're doing when they show up. Like
Nice.
It really is. It's a whole lot of.
So
Lord help me.
have you ever gotten to the point where they didn't know what the hell they were doing when they showed up? Have you had that yet?
Oh, he's
you don't have to put it no. You don't have to say any names. You can just say yes or no.
I have had the situation where they have not learned the material.
Gotcha.
I actually cannot play out at Danby's anymore because I had a guitar player that bailed on me the week of after having 2 months to prepare.
Wow.
And I refuse to cancel. I could pretty much be on my deathbed, and I will find somebody that will show up and play for me, and I'm going to be there. And they were like, oh, well, people were leaving the bar laughing. It's a bar. They should be laughing. We should be having a good time.
So what did you do? You got someone after that guy canceled that didn't
Yes,
know the
with
stuff or
like
something?
2 days or 3 days, I think it was, to prepare.
Right.
And we did try to practice some of the material, but it just was not. It wasn't a terrible show. It just was not of the caliber that it should have been.
Right. And that's what I say. I mean, doing it the way you're doing it, that's tough. And I know a couple other people, other bands that do it that way. And it just, to me, that seems like that adds a whole nother dynamic to something that can already be kind of difficult. You know,
Right.
coordinating a band is like, depending on how many people, there's 3 people, 2 people, 5 people. That's like 5 marriages all trying to
Right.
come together for one,
And
common
the more
goal.
people you have, the harder it is.
100%. Yeah.
The swingers party.
You said it, not me. That's why I don't know how Slipknot did it, for so long in the early days. I mean, they had like 57 people in that band all at once.
I still think they got 57 people in that band.
But so that is difficult. How do you go about the writing process in a situation like that where you're the one, right? I mean, are you writing these songs with other musicians? Are you writing
No.
the music? Are you writing the lyrics without music? Like, how does that work?
It starts with lyrics.
Okay.
I'll think of some lyrics that I like. It's usually when I'm driving somewhere. Actually, Miss a Hippie actually came out of, I was selling life insurance for a while, and I drove up to Mount Olive.
Yeah, I know what's
And that was plenty of time to
The home of
think
Steve
about.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought of these lyrics, and then as I went through the lyrics, I was like, oh, I kind of have a melody in mind. And so I will record on a little voice recorder on my phone,
right.
me singing with the melody that I want and the words that I want. And then I send those up to the producer from my first album. And he is a phenomenal, and I mean a phenomenal keyboardist. He has a beautiful baby grand piano in his music room.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes through and puts music behind it.
Awesome.
And then I can turn around and send that on to whoever I need to send it on to, and they can go ahead and use it.
It's not just the lyrics. You sing a melody. You sing a thing into that.
Yep, I do the whole thing.
Okay. So
and then they just tell me what the key is and add in all the extra stuff.
It's vocally based. I like that.
Well, it reminds me, and I can't even believe I'm going to say this,
Oh,
but
Lord,
anyway,
help us.
so I was on vacation last week, so I'm surfing Netflix to find things to watch because I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay at home and sit on the couch and do nothing. So that's what I did. But there's a documentary called Miss Americana on Netflix, and it's about Taylor Swift.
Oh,
And
I've seen it, but I haven't watched it yet.
And it's going through her process of what happened throughout her life, but in that time, it's also writing her next album.
Yep, I did.
And
see
she
that.
does a lot of that with the phone. She'll write the lyrics into the phone, and then when she gets to the studio, she'll start singing a little bit, and then her producer will hit on the keyboards and stuff like that. So that's what that reminded me of. And it's really, by the way, it's really a good.
I'm being
documentary.
compared
Go
to
check it
Taylor
out.
Swift. That's pretty awesome. In a
Go
good way.
check it out. Go check it out.
You're right. I did see some parts of that, and it is super cool, and it is worth watching. But kids that are out there listening, new people and wanting to start a band, be part of a band, that's no lie. Like the way technology has evolved nowadays, just whip your phone out if you have an idea, whether that's a vocal idea, lyrically, whatever. I mean, your guitar. Grab your acoustic guitar, put your phone down. That's all you need. You probably already have a phone. Hit record. Every phone comes with a built-in recording app. Start recording and get your ideas down. Don't just say, "Oh, I'll remember this later," because you might not. You might not.
You won't.
That's right.
You absolutely won't.
That's right.
Well, let's roll into the first song we're going to play from Reatha tonight. The second song we played before, but the first one, it's called "Darling, He's Yours."
Okay. Was this song recorded and out there when you were here last time? Even though we didn't.
It was part of it's part of the EP Road on Which We Travel.
Okay.
Hitting the Road is the single from that, and that's the one that we're playing later. And "Darling, He's Yours" was the second song that I actually wrote. It came right after I wrote "Hitting the Road."
Okay.
I was in a mood.
I was going to say,
I was definitely in a mood.
So,
Well, I think we talked about that on the last show.
We did. I'm pretty sure we
We
did. So just fill us in a little bit on "Darling, He's Yours."
Yeah.
So I have 2 ex-husbands. They both cheated
I got
on
2
me.
ex-wives.
Well, they both cheated on me, like terribly. I knew the whole time, and so that's where this one came from. You know what? You think you got all of this, and what you really got is the trash.
Right.
Nice.
But I'm done. So you know what? You want him, you have him. He's gonna do the same thing to you he did to me.
Do you know if he did? Do you know the story?
Oh, I'm sure he did. In fact, one of them was cheating on his girlfriend with me. for a while. So I knew he did.
Dude,
Folks,
this is a
you're
whole
getting the
other
exclusive.
story
You're
here.
getting the exclusive here. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
this is better than the
Oh,
lyrics
yeah.
inside of the CD
Right?
jacket. Like you're getting the
Yep.
behind the this is the behind the
Some-
music
some
version.
serious behind the music.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't. That's probably the best introduction as far as to what a song was written about that we've had on this show yet. So I don't think there's anything left to say other than
Roll
this
with
is
it.
"Darling, He's Yours" by Reatha Pitman.
And you're watching the sound.
You think you got a man, but all you got is a boy. You think you'll get more, but all you got is a toy. You think he won't leave, but he just can't stay. You think he'll love you, all he's gonna do is play. You think you got him, for now that's true. I know all about you, so darling, he's yours. He's gonna leave you broken hearted when he walks right out the door. He'll break your little heart apart and throw it all on the floor. He'll be a cheater, a liar, he'll always be untrue. He's gonna move right along and find someone new. You think you got a prize, but it'll come in last. You're thinking of the future, he's living in the past. You think he'll be true, he's a runaround. You think he'll marry you, but he can't be bound. You think you got him, for now that's true. I know all about you, so darling, he's yours. He's gonna leave you broken hearted when he walks right out the door. He'll break your little heart apart and throw it all on the floor. He'll be a cheater, a liar, he'll always be untrue. He's gonna move right along and find someone new. He's gonna leave you broken hearted when he walks right out the door. He'll break your little heart apart and throw it all on the floor. He'll be a cheater, a liar, he'll always be untrue. He's gonna move right along and find someone new.
I just realized
What?
what you were talking about.
Yeah. I love having the artist in the studio because she puts her headphones back on and is like, no, it's the song's about to be over. I don't have to guess.
Right?
I don't have
There's
to
no
guess.
right.
awkward pause.
No. Is this the end or the breakdown? No, it's the end because the artist who wrote the damn thing is actually putting her headphones on and she knows. So, but yeah, that was "Darling, He's Yours," and I think we gave a great description of what that song was written about.
Absolutely.
And I was digging it. He's yours. You can have him.
You're gonna have to tell me which video you like or which song you like better, "Darling, He's Yours" or "Hitting the Road," because those are the two that everybody liked off my EP, and half say "Darling, He's Yours" and half say "Hitting the Road."
All right.
I am preferential to "Hitting the Road."
Are we going to chat it up before we go into the next one though? Right? Isn't that the plan? Okay.
Yeah.
All I'll say is I need a good introduction like for this next video like you did on the last one. Even if it's about the same guy, you got to give us the dirt.
Okay. Well,
'Cause
it's
that added a new spice, a new
well, it's the process,
Right.
So
Where did this come
you
from?
realize that somebody's cheating on you. You realize that okay, well, what am I going to do? And you've got the women that are like, oh, well, woe is me. I'm going to try and keep him. Ladies, if you're on here, they aren't going to stop cheating. It's just not going to happen. They never stop cheating. But then you get to that point where you're like, screw this. You know what? I'm over this. I'm done. I'm out the door. I'm hitting the road. See ya.
I think there's
and that's the process. So Darling, He's Yours was the, okay, you're cheating on me. You know, you can have him, and hitting the road is, I'm done. I'm over this. I'm angry.
okay. See, I like
And
that.
it definitely comes out in
I
the
think
song.
if there, Kevin, what's the comment section looking like? Is there some female viewers out there who can relate to this? Like, let us know. You know, have you been in that situation before? We're hitting some Dr. Phil shit.
What happens with
right
men
now.
too? Women cheat too, and men need to realize that the women ain't gonna stop cheating either.
Damn right they do.
You damn right.
Some bitches.
You know, but
Anyways.
there's a lot of good music that spawns from that too. So
You're right. The whole first
Every
album
Taylor
really
Swift
wouldn't
song.
have come out.
Yeah, you.
Oh
Would,
yeah, right.
You wouldn't have a single Taylor Swift album if it wasn't for that. So,
Right.
I like it. I think it's good. Not the cheating part, like the music part.
You know what? But it's the growing experience. Without that, where would my first album be?
This is true.
Nowhere.
And what I want to ask you is as we mentioned, it's been about a little over a year since you were here last. How have you grown as a person? Whether you want to talk about your personal life or not, or the music and what you're writing now. You see what I'm saying?
What I'm writing now is a little more eclectic. Instead of having it be, love songs or hate songs or whatever, it's like Mississippi is about
It's a little more chill.
a musician that,
right?
we go to the bar and I meet this young lady and she's talking about being a musician and coming to see her play. And so it still has to do with my life, but it's very eclectic. I've got a couple other songs that are cheating songs, but there's one about The Bottom of the Bottle is the name of that one. And it's, my dad was a recovering alcoholic before he passed back in September, and had been a recovering alcoholic since I was like 6 years old. But you still remember all of those things. And so The Bottom of the Bottle is more of a story about, you're having all of these issues. You're having to face reality. You're having to deal with these things. You're not going to find the answer at the bottom of the bottle.
Right.
It's not there. It's going to be elsewhere. Because alcohol, not that I don't drink, because I do drink, but
right.
Eventually, for some people, it's too much and it destroys families. And so I wanted to write something that was heartfelt. And then I have another song that's coming out about my dad now that he has passed, about all the things that he did for me and the things that meant something to me.
Well, to me, that we've talked about on this show many times, the power of music. I mean, it sounds like, music's always usually a reflection of what that artist is going through in some way, shape, or form. And it sounds to me like a year ago, whenever you wrote those songs, that's what you were going through then. And now these are the songs you write now because that's what you're deling with now, right?
Right.
And music is without a doubt an outlet for people to express themselves or express what they're going through, right?
Right. And I actually will watch movies and TV shows and whatever, and I always have my notebook next to me because inevitably there's going to be a line or a story and it'll bring back those flashbacks and those memories. And I'm like, oh, I want to, and I'll write something down, whether it's a one-liner or whatever it is, and I'll go ahead and write that down, and then later I can expand on that. Like when my dad died a week before the Mississippi Songwriters Festival, and I had to go to the Mississippi Songwriters Festival and put on this super happy face and put on the performer and the public appearance. But I had talked to a couple of songwriters, and they gave me some one-liners, and I ran with it. And so, because one thing he asked me, the person that I'm thinking of asked me, so what do you do when you're driving a car and you go across a bridge that's icy? What do you do? He's like, go.
Oh,
and
you're right. You're right.
It was only a week out, but that was what I got out of that. And I was like, that's really smart.
That's
so
true.
it's going to be a song that talks about that.
I like
Awesome.
what
The metaphor.
Right. But I like what you mentioned, though, about having the notebook out and having, like, when something hits you, whether it's television or whatever, an idea hits you, because that goes back to what we said a minute ago about people, if you want to start a band or become a musician with technology, or whether it's a notepad, you have to get into that rhythm or that routine where when that spark of creativity hits you, you don't take it for granted. Right. And
Right.
And you write it down or you record it whether it's a verse, whether it's a song, a guitar chord, or whatever, you need to capture that because number one, you don't have to sell 10 million records for it to mean something, especially to mean something for you, right? Because it is that cathartic response to what you're going through, right?
And anybody that hears it, whether it's 2 people or a million people, it's going to touch them in some way.
That's correct. That's correct. And changing your life as far as being someone who just thinks those thoughts versus someone who does. And what I'm hearing you say is you write that stuff down and you do put the music out and you do go out there and perform.
I had a friend in high school. She used to write poetry, and she woke up in the middle of the night and she had nothing to write on. She had a marker. She wrote on her pillowcase.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter where you put the information. Just get the information down because you won't remember it, especially in the middle of the night. You're going to wake up. You're going to say, oh, that was really cool. I need to write that down. And I'll remember it in the morning. You ain't going to remember it in the morning.
You're not going to remember it in the morning. But that's
not
But I don't even remember it 30 seconds later.
I just think that's a good point. I think that's a good headspace to get into because when you go through something like what you're talking about, losing your dad, that's the kind of things that can help you get through it, process it, deal with it, and enjoy it. If that's a weird way to say it, appreciate the good parts of it.
You get through all of that, and that's a really hard time, especially dealing with death or cheating or whatever the emotion is. You're not thinking clearly at that time. So writing things down and going back to them later, you're like, oh yeah, that's how I felt. And
that's right.
You can look at that. And even if you don't, for me, I'm a songwriter, I'm going to turn that into a song. But even if I wasn't a songwriter, I now have pages of information that I can go back to and remember and feel and see the process.
That's
because
right.
As you're writing it, you see the process, how you felt at the beginning versus how you felt at the end. You're a completely different person, and you physically see the growth.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
We got really deep.
We did. But that's
I was just over here playing bobblehead doll. Like,
you know what I mean? But
gotcha.
whether you're a musician, hey, if you're not a musician, right, write it down if you're going through something that's tough, like you said, and see the progression.
I was actually told to write letters. I didn't want to do the letter thing because
I'm
a songwriter.
Well, it sounds cliche, doesn't it?
Right.
It sounds stupid, right? But
it
until
does.
you try
it's a Hallmark movie.
until
Write
you
a
try
letter.
it. I know you know.
I know what.
We're saying though about
how we go through, sitting over there
go through growth and try to experience that, right?
No, and I agree with the whole writing it down or documenting it somehow, some way, whether you pick up the phone and hit record button and talk, which is the lazy part, which I don't like writing. So that's what I do. But
I don't think
I'm old school. I prefer to write.
I don't think it's lazy because it allows you to get your thoughts or whatever out quicker without that buffer of a pencil or pen or whatever. I don't think it's lazy.
I didn't realize it, but apparently in the last month and a half, I've done a lot of driving because Google told me I drove 2,500 miles in the last month. And that's what I do.
Got a long way to go.
Yeah. short time to get there. So I'll record it and I'll record it and I'll drive and I'll be able to talk into the phone and say, hey, don't forget to do this, or hey, this is what we need to do, or things like he and I will talk and hey, we need to do this and we need to do this. But if I haven't written it down while I'm talking to him, a week later we're going, hey, did you do that? No, I forgot.
Or at 3 o'clock in the morning when somebody you need to send a message to somebody.
That's right. I honestly, I think we had a good little session there. We got deep. We went deep on some stuff. I think we figured a lot of stuff out.
Yep.
We gave y'all more than just music tonight. There was some emotional
group therapy.
That's right.
I honestly like it when people go into really in a deep detail of what that song actually means to them, or what the writing process does for them personally and things like that. So that's the backside of what most people don't get to hear. So,
and I'm a country artist, so I tend to get all up in my feels with all of my songs.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
So most of the songs that you hear have to do with love.
Yep.
Heartbreak or party.
Without a doubt.
There's a lot of partying going on.
A lot of partying.
Well, speaking of heartbreak,
or all of the above.
Heartbreak.
Let's jump into the song that we played the last time you were on here. Is that correct?
Yes.
This is Reatha Pitman. It's called Hitting the Road, and you're watching
The Sound.
You let me down, you broke my heart. The pieces can stay with you. You can keep all the memories, 'cause I'm moving to something new. You can take all your secrets, you can take all your lies. them up in a garbage bag and you can feed them to the flies. Well, I stayed true to you. Now there's no more feeling blue, 'cause you stepped out on me. Now I'm leaving you. You're not worth the pain you gave me. Excuse me while I pack, 'cause I'm hitting the road and I ain't a-coming back. I'll forget all your promises. I'll forget my wedding ring. You can keep all the presents. Hell, you can keep everything. I don't care what you say to me. I am gonna keep my cool. If you haven't learned anything, my daddy didn't raise no fool. Well, I stayed true to you. Now there's no more feeling blue, 'cause you stepped out on me. Now I'm leaving you. You're not worth the pain you gave me. Excuse me while I pack, 'cause I'm hitting the road and I ain't a-coming back. I'm strong enough to leave you. I'm up off the floor, 'cause you don't have a hold on me as I'm heading for the door. Well, I stayed true to you. Now there's no more feeling blue, 'cause you stepped out on me. Now I'm leaving you. You're not worth the pain you gave me. Excuse me while I pack, 'cause I'm hitting the road and I ain't a-coming back. I'm hitting the road and I ain't a-coming back. Yeah, I'm hitting the road and I ain't a-coming back.
All right, and we're back. That was Reatha Pitman hitting the road, and I think we've thoroughly described what everything is about while we've been doing
We
this.
kicked that dead horse.
We definitely did, but no, we were talking in the break.
There was some group therapy.
that was the deepest
was.
we've dug on any
Yes.
of the segments. I feel like, and maybe we need to do some more of that. I don't know. Kevin, you've been looking around in the comment section. What's it looking like as far as the grudge match? Is there any votes going on in there?
As of right now, the grudge match is tied.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all right.
Am I allowed to vote while I'm
You
sitting
sure are.
here?
As long as you got your phone, so you have
I
to
don't-
reach over
yeah.
and grab that. But so people, be sure to jump down in the comment section. I think Kevin, you linked the videos down
I did.
there, right?
Video
So-
number 1, video number 2.
Yep. So drop your comment in there. We usually forget to announce the winner before the show is over with.
I will remember to.
No, you won't. And we usually announce it about 30 minutes after we're done. So
Yeah.
it's still legal because it's all charted
I'll
on
usually be driving home and be like, damn it
Yep.
again, I missed it.
Yep.
We didn't announce the winner.
You usually send me a
I'll
text
stop
message.
at some gas station and be like, okay, the winner of the grudge match tonight was.
It's almost to the point now where I think that's just how we should do it. I don't think we should announce it during the middle.
Do like a separate video, or you can use Canva to make a poster or whatever, and the winner is.
He ain't that fancy. He ain't that fancy.
You could do
I'm
it.
going to do a live video from the road tonight. Screw
That
you,
ain't a bad
Alabama.
idea. That ain't a bad idea.
Thinking outside the box.
a lot of
now.
I'm gonna get to the Alabama Welcome Center and I'm gonna get out and
Hey,
shoot a video.
Hey, a lot of good ideas come out of spite. So I'm not against that, you know? But no, so what else can we tell the people before we wrap things up? Either about you, how to get in touch with you, what's on the plans for the future? Like, come on, lay it out there for us.
You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I've got a YouTube channel. Facebook and my website are probably the best ways to get to see what's really going on. Twitter and Instagram are kind of the side thought.
And what's the website?
The website is www.reathapitman.com. That's ReathaPitman.com.
And we talked about Streamlabs, so you're gonna be putting out some
I'm so
live
excited
videos,
about
right?
that. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that. I've been wanting to do some more live, hey, what's going on, Q&A type stuff, and
That's right.
and I just didn't know how to do it without
Hey,
looking
we're here to help.
retarded.
We're here to help.
That's what he's for.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, but see, I come
learned
on
how to
shows like
use.
this, and he
I
tells
learned.
me.
I learned how to use all that from him. So
I learned it from YouTube, so that's how that goes down.
Yeah, we were
But,
talking about that earlier.
So I don't think we read off your upcoming shows yet, unless y'all
we did
did that
not,
while I wasn't
but
paying
before
attention.
I say that,
Yep.
I told you were gonna have to tell me which song you liked better, "Hit the
Oh,
Road" or
out of
"Darling
those
Is
two?
Yours."
I don't know if I'm biased now because of the super cool intro, but I think "Darling He's Yours" right now is where I'm sitting
Okay.
right now. I don't know.
Cool.
What about you?
Hitting the road.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
See,
split
it's-
pot.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
that's the way it.
I like
that's
it.
the way it's been since the EP dropped.
Yeah, well, that's good though, right?
I think so.
That means you're.
But it makes it hard to push one single when half and half.
I'll say
it's
this:
hard.
maybe "Hitting the Road" feels a little more like a single because of the hook. Maybe I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think I'm still leaning.
Y'all are
toward
really gonna like "Miss a Hippie" though.
And-
I might
I'm all about it.
post it because I did it at the Songwriters Festival this year,
and
and so
So somebody recorded it live?
Yes,
you could send it to us and let us
Let
debut
us
it.
debut it.
we could do that.
You
So
might
we do
could.
these. We do these one-offs of micro content, and we
Mhm.
premiere them. So
Mhm.
it says, "Hey, the sound's going to premiere this video
That's
tomorrow
right.
night at
That's
this
right.
time," and all that.
That's right.
Yeah,
So-
get that out there. So events, March.
But if I see you do it and you use that idea,
You're gonna be
I'm,
you're gonna be big
you're
trouble, lady.
banned.
You're gonna be big trouble.
If you use our idea about the premiere video,
Don't listen to him.
I'm being a
He's
jackass.
being a dick.
I don't even know what he's talking about. Something about premiere video, but I don't really.
She's not. Into
I
the-
didn't.
We'll
I got
tell you
you.
later.
I
We'll
got
I'm
let you
not
know.
a tech savvy person,
Gotcha.
We
Gotcha.
like at all.
We got you.
So I'm not stealing anybody's ideas. I have no idea what I'm doing.
All right. So tell us where we can find you. Tell us where we can find you.
Okay, so I've got a lot of events coming up, mostly at Fishbone Alley, which is in Gulfport. It's over by where Kelly's Sports Bar is, right outside there. Last year I sang in March and I froze to death. I mean, literally, we were moving equipment to follow the sun. So I'm a little bit nervous about March this year because it's going to be the same thing. But I have a heater this year. Now, March 6th, I'm going to be out at Fishbone Alley. It starts at about 5. And then I'm there April 3rd, May 1st, June 5th, and July 2nd. So the first Friday for March, April, May, and June, I'm going to be at Fishbone Alley, starting at around 5. March 14th, I'm singing at Beauvoir at the Barbashella Blues and Barbecue Festival. It is really hard to say that, by
is
the way.
very
There's a
hard
lot
to
of
say.
B's.
I was just gonna say, just do it like that. Barbashella Festival. Be done with it.
Right. That's
So-
kind of what I've been doing.
Right.
That is actually going to be full band. I got enough guys to come play with me. And then here's that plug, too. If you play guitar, bass, or drums and you want to start a band with me, I've been playing out locally here for a couple years now, and I've got some venues. I just need some players.
There
It'd
you
be
go.
awesome.
There you go.
And then May 7th and July 2nd, I am going to be at the Shuckers. I'm going to be doing the pregame show at MGM Park for the Shuckers games, and I'm really super excited about that.
Awesome.
That's
That's
going to
great.
be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's great. What?
What you shaking your
Yeah,
head
what are
over
you
there
shaking your
for?
head for over there?
So tell me why you can't sing the national anthem.
No. I mean, I don't care. It's up to you.
He's been asked.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I received an email about a month or so ago, and they asked, or they said, hey, thank you for performing the national anthem last year. If you want to perform again this year, we would love to have you. However, in order to sing and be on the billet, you have to purchase 20 tickets in order to come perform. So yes, they are now requiring previous
So in the
players.
long run, it's going to cost about $200 if you want to go out and,
right.
and sing
I'm
the
going to pay
national anthem
them
at the
to go
Shuckers
do
game.
the national anthem.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I see it from both sides. You know what I mean?
I
I mean,
don't.
well, you don't?
No,
Not at all?
no.
Okay. I'm good with that.
I don't understand why somebody would have to pay. I don't understand why somebody would have to pay to go sing the national anthem.
I don't think that they're doing that for the ones that are auditioning this year either. The new ones that are auditioning, I don't think have to.
So the new
to pay
ones
the
don't have to
ticket.
pay, but
Oh,
if you
but
want to
if you
come
want-
back, if
right.
you want to be a repeat,
Right.
you have to pay.
Oh, I thought they were doing that for everybody.
Yeah, no,
No, I don't think so
Okay.
because she told me that I would still be in the running to do the national anthem, but I had to wait until after the new auditionees came out. And
Gotcha.
I even asked, I was like, well, can I just come out and audition again?
Right.
She's like, no, that's not necessary.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a cut in the
So,
line
I
kind of
don't-
thing.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The last 2 years, it's just been new auditions. New people came out and auditioned.
but it may change if they don't get enough to fill
That's right.
all their home games. I mean,
last 2 years they've had hundreds of people show up to audition, so I'm sure they're going to get somebody.
Oh, well, so then it must be like a
But see,
supply and
I
demand.
got rained
kind of
out
thing.
last year. I never actually performed the national anthem last year because it rained out, and they
Ouch.
canceled it. I was supposed to do the pregame show, and that got rained out too.
Well, look, we're gonna stay positive. You're gonna get it this year. It's not gonna rain. You're gonna do a great job. You're gonna perform at the pregame, or no? How does that work?
It's 2 hour or hour and a half, I think, before the game on those 2 dates, May 7th and July 2nd. And yeah, it's me and a guitar player, and I'm going to be standing, I think, on the third base dugout.
Okay. Nice.
I'm
yeah, it's pretty sweet.
doing my
So
stuff. Yeah,
come-
yeah, I'm
I've seen
really
them do it
excited.
I've seen them do it in the concourse, like right outside the
walkway area around.
Yeah.
the Shucker Shop. Yeah, that concourse
Right.
area. So I've seen them do it out there. I think James Gillies did it out there one time.
Okay.
So I think that's cool. Do you have to buy tickets to do that?
No,
Okay.
they don't pay me, but I get 2 tickets to actually go to the game that day.
Awesome.
But I'm excited about those.
Absolutely.
Those are exciting. I don't
Well,
mind.
I mean, they didn't pay Shakira or J-Lo for the Super Bowl either. So
They didn't.
What?
No.
They didn't?
no, they don't get paid.
God, those women. Wow.
Yeah.
They're
They
phenomenal
didn't
looking.
get paid with money, but they got paid with millions and millions and millions and millions of viewers.
Well, no, absolutely. That's the whole point. That and
Right.
that's
It's
the article.
It's exposure.
That's
versus
the article I was
Right.
reading. And like when Justin Timberlake did it, his streaming went up 214% and stuff
Right.
like that. So they don't pay them. They pay all the dancers. They pay the union people that help put the stage together and everything. But the main artist
Right.
doesn't get paid.
Right.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Learn something new every
See,
day.
that's what we're here for. We're education. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, Reatha, thank you so much for stopping by and coming and talking to us, especially on short notice, as you did.
Yes. Last night I got that message.
At 3 a.m.
Hey, you want to come?
apparently.
No, that was me. 3 a.m. was me.
Oh, Kevin, you sent Kevin at 3 a.m. Okay.
Yes.
But no, seriously, folks, go check her out. Go hit her up. She already told you all of her different, she's on all the social platforms. Go check her out. Go see a Shuckers game. Go see her perform, support. Come out, shoot her a message on Facebook and tell her you can relate to her story, right?
Yes,
Right?
that'd be awesome. I love hearing those stories.
Yeah, and maybe y'all can co-op some lyrics together and write back and forth, right? Share some experiences at the very least.
And I am still
Absolutely.
booking. I am still booking for the spring and the summer
Okay.
because we're now in February? Yeah, we're in February.
We are.
All
We
right.
are.
And so
if you've got a venue, an event, anything, and you need a musician, I would love to come out. And that's the one thing that's new from last year is that I was doing the majority with country and southern rock, and I'm adding in blues, rockabilly, where I'm adding in all kinds of stuff this year.
awesome.
It's gonna
Love
get
it.
interesting.
Love it.
job.
Support your local artists, as we always say.
That's it.
Kevin, what do we have next coming up on the video playlist? And I know after we're done playing, we still have concert announcements. Is that right?
We have upcoming events.
Yep.
I want to chat and see if we can get a discussion going on favorite venues
Okay.
to play or go watch, or maybe not so favorite venues to
That's
play
right.
or watch. Or
So the rest of the show is going to be a little more comment section oriented.
yes.
Okay.
So get in the comments,
Yeah.
please.
Get in the comments.
Love to hear from everybody.
What's the next video we got coming up?
The next video, this band is actually called Bangarang Peter. So if you know Peter Pan, Bangarang.
Yes.
So Bangarang Peter, song's called I'm Different. It is featuring the lead singer is Renee Pizarich. I think I said last name is right.
Yeah.
correct.
Pizarich. Yeah.
So Renee, back in the day, was in a band called Cupid's Itch, which was pretty big around here at the time, and she was a drummer. She's tried out for The Voice just recently in Nashville, and she is now living in Pensacola, and the band is called Bangarang Peter. Song's called I'm Different.
Let's check it out.
Check it out. You're watching The Sound.
From the shattered way.
Baby, I'm 2 steps away, but I jump in my car, come get you, jump in my car, come get you, babe.
Out of the blue, a call comes in from you. It's 3 a.m. Drunk and looking for a place to hide. I'm your only friend. I say yes like I always do. What else can I say? If you were me and I were you, you'd never turn away. I don't care if it's wrong or right. You can lay your head here on my bed tonight. Darling, we'll just make believe. We're still so in love, how it was meant to be. Out of the blue, out of the blue. Stumble in when the sun comes up, all coked out, yeah, that's just my luck. You never had a concept of time. And you ask me where I've been, I say right here. You whisper you love me, you're so sincere. But honey, there ain't no going back in time. I don't care if it's wrong or right. You can lay your head here in this morning light. Baby, we'll just make believe. We're still so in love, how it was meant to be. I don't care if it's wrong or right. You can lay your head here on my bed tonight. Baby, we'll just make believe. We're still so in love, how it was meant to be. Out of the blue, out of the blue. out of the blue.
All right, I think that had a super cool vibe to it. I'm looking at the video here that says "Out of the Blue." That's obviously the name of the song.
Yes,
And the band
is Rivertown Road.
I don't. I like the contrast, the way the video looked.
They did
like
a really good
colors
job with the
of it
video,
or whatever.
yes.
It's super cool.
That's a band out of Alabama, as a matter of fact.
Is it Greenbow?
So,
Alabama?
so we're reaching.
Yeah.
We've had Pensacola and Alabama, and
Yep.
we got one coming up from Texas, one from Florida, another one from Florida that we're going to be, and then we got one coming from Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to infiltrate the South right now as far as our reach.
Yes.
We always have said since this started we'll play music from anywhere. Honestly, we're into all types of music. We lean more towards rock, obviously, but tonight, like we show you, we played some singer songwriter, some country. I mean, we are just absolute lovers of all forms of music, right, Kevin?
Yes.
Even though the heavier stuff is a little bit more our style. But hey, look, we want to show and highlight everybody because just like Reatha was telling you, man, music is something that's near and dear to the heart. It's always comes usually from a place of at least intense emotional experience, whether that's happiness, sadness, anger, frustrations, or whatever. And I think it's a great outlet for people. Mental health is always in the news every day, and I always watch those kinds of things and think, man, music, that you see, at least me in healthcare, we see a lot about like therapy dogs and stuff
You're
like that. But I'm like, a guitar. Well, when we had guitars for vets, I mean,
Right.
You hand somebody a guitar, and if they can't play it, obviously that would be a barrier. But if someone else is playing it, or you give them the opportunity to go to a show or any type of vibe there where there's music being experienced by a group of people, it's always therapeutic.
Well, and we've gone to this a little bit before. Even in my case, with the alcoholism,
Right.
when it gets to that point and you're getting frustrated and all that, you know what? I throw in some music,
Right.
and it soothes me and it puts me in the right frame of mind to not be frustrated and not wanting to do what I shouldn't be doing anyways.
Right.
And so we say it all the time that the power of music, man.
Yep, and that's one of the reasons why we started this show, and we want to highlight, especially the people that are in the trenches, that are not making hundreds of thousands of dollars
Right.
doing it. Right, they're doing it, and not the people that make bunches of money don't love it, but these people surely do love it because they're juggling jobs, families, bills, and everything to still get out there and play for you. So if you get a chance to go out and support. And I know I don't get to go out as much as I would love to and see live music, but if you can, go do it. One of the things that we have kind of semi-implemented into the show, but really haven't made it official, and I think we're working on that and trying to make it official. But we want to obviously highlight the shows and highlight where you can go see live music, right? And one of the ways that we can do that, and Kevin stumbled upon this, I don't know, a little bit of a hack through Facebook, right?
Mhm.
If you will create an event for you or your band, right, where you're playing, just go on Facebook, on your Facebook page or your personal or band page or whatever, create an event and just invite us, the Sound 228, to the event. We can click on that event, and then Kevin, when he pulls it up on our microphone moved on me, when he pulls it up on our Facebook page, it's all conveniently listed right there for us, so we don't have to have multiple screens pulled up or try to scroll through a comment section where you've dropped your flyers and all. It's just a little easier.
I like the flyers just so I could see them.
Right, and we
y'all
like
are very creative.
That's right, and we like it for the fans of music to be able to see it as well. But this way, if you create the event and invite us to the event, we can like it and we can read it all off, kind of fire away at it or whatever.
So
and that's what Kevin's going to do right now.
Yeah, I can do my best to get as many of the shows, and so even today, if you didn't invite me, I was kind of digging through Facebook and trying to at least hit the interested button. So coming up Friday night, the band Crush is going to be live out at the Love Shack Bar and Grill at 8 o'clock. The Lynchburg Landing will at 8 o'clock. We'll have the Tall Boys.
Oh yeah, okay, awesome. I didn't really realize that venue was. Did they do a lot of live music or occasional live? I know they do it.
I don't
but
know
hadn't
how
heard-
much they do it, but I've seen it
Okay.
not quite a bit, but it's frequent that I see it.
Right.
So so the Tall Boys will be out there Friday night, 8 o'clock. Also Friday night, Mosaics, Government Street in Ocean Springs, 8 o'clock, Crow Night. Vinyl Music Hall. By the way, we're trying to get into the comments. If you guys want to comment or not, I would appreciate it if you did. We're talking about some venues that you love to go see live music at.
Yeah.
Vinyl Music Hall in Pensacola. I absolutely love going to see music at Vinyl Music Hall. Such a great venue.
I haven't been there.
They
man.
got Testament coming up. And
Okay.
they got Sebastian Bach coming up and Geoff Tate, of Queensryche.
I got that right.
Anyways, but yeah, so Appetite for Destruction, if you've never seen them, it's a Guns N' Roses tribute band. Really good. They'll be at Vinyl Music Hall on Friday night in Pensacola at 8 o'clock. Midnight Love will be at the Mermaid Dive Bar at 10 o'clock on Friday night. Saturday, my granddaughter's turning 2.
That's on his event
it's
page.
on
We
my
told
event
you. It was
page.
written, brother.
The Elks Mardi Gras Parade is downtown Ocean Springs.
Okay.
On Saturday. Wildfire with Love Stories End and Via Novus will be 7 o'clock at the Alchemy Tavern in Mobile.
Okay.
So you can check out the boys in Wildfire and Love Stories End. I'm not too familiar with Via Novus, but I will be by the next time we have a show. So we'll talk about them. Club LA in Destin, Buck Cherry's playing. Love the Hate is opening up for Buck Cherry at Club LA in Destin on Saturday night. Tyler Tisdale is playing Murky Waters in Ocean Springs Saturday night. Mike Collette will be at Giuseppe's in downtown Biloxi at 8 o'clock. Midnight Love will be back at Mosaic, so they're doing 2 nights. 3HG will be at the Hard Rock Cafe playing on their stage from 8:30 to 11:30. I have the Julep Room on here for 9 o'clock. Powers Hawkins will be at the Julep Room on Saturday night.
I love that place.
The
Smoke
Julep
free
Room
too. Smoke
yes.
free.
Julep Room is it's just the vibe.
Yep.
I mean, just to get down inside there and
That's right.
and it's just be careful, don't hit your head. But,
I almost do.
yes. The Blend will be live at the Sky Bar at the Reef on Saturday night. Adrift of Bliss and Slay the Day will be at the Hot Spot at 9 o'clock on Saturday night. And then Sunday, Tyler Tisdale will be live at Glory Bound in Ocean Springs at 6 o'clock. And that's
Love it.
everything I've got for right now.
And that's what we're talking about. If you create that event and you invite us to it, we can read it off just like that, and hopefully, help get a little more exposure. I mean, that's the whole entire goal here at the show. Is
Adam said he saw Seven Dust at Vinyl. I'm telling you.
Okay. Yeah.
Club Vinyl, man.
Yeah.
Such a great venue.
We
What's
got-
your favorite venue? Put it in the comments.
We'd love to know. Drop down in there and let us know. Tell us a story about a show that you've seen, what band you saw, what was your favorite time, and why. We want to know. We've got at least 2 more videos. I think you said 4 total. Yeah. Okay. So we got at least 4 more videos. So look, we're gonna jump into a 2 block. So we're gonna play 2 videos real quick. The first band is gonna be I'm gonna say it wrong. Eris. Okay, I'll pronounce it wrong every time. Invictus. This is a band that we played multiple times on this show. One of the earlier bands, as far as that we didn't know personally that we played on the show. Right? Dig their music, dig the vocals, dig everything they're doing. I think they're from Atlanta. Yeah. Oh wow.
Atlanta.
I can't even believe I remembered that. Yeah. So
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, really. From Atlanta. So we're gonna jump into that, and then after that video, we're gonna roll directly into Modern Mimes. They're doing something.
No, go ahead. You may be saying what I was getting ready to
Yeah,
tell.
they're doing something a little different with this video. They had fans, Kevin, send in pictures.
So, yeah, they just asked their fans to send in the selfies.
Yeah.
And so they sent in selfies, and what they did was they took their song Stare and
incorporated
all the selfies. So it's their fans that are in the video because they want to show some love to the ones that are showing love to them.
That's really awesome. So here it is.
stuff.
First video, Eris, and then Modern Moms will be second. And you're watching
The Sound.
All right, so that was super cool, man. Modern Mimes, that's a band that we played since the early episodes of the show.
Day one,
yeah.
episode 1.
Yeah, they're out of Florida, right, Kevin?
Yes.
And they
There it was.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how they incorporated the fans into that video. They reached out, asked people for some pictures and stuff, and then put them in the video.
Well, you know who's drumming for Modern Mimes now, right?
Nope.
Justin Perez
From
Absence Project.
yes,
All
okay,
right.
that's right.
So Justin is the drummer. He's in New Orleans,
Uh-huh.
and the rest of the band, Ernesto and his wife, are in Florida.
Okay.
So, but they travel, and you know what? Congrats to them too. They're with Curtain Call Records.
Yep.
They played a few festivals last year. They went on tour for a little bit, and now they're back playing a bunch of festivals again this year. They've already been tied into a couple festivals. I think one is Disturbed's playing and stuff like that. So congrats to them. They're doing it. So
Absolutely.
and good. Another venue that was brought up as far as fun to watch at is Scout Bar in Houston.
Never
So-
been there. Never been there.
I see it all the time because I look at tours coming. I get on Polestar and
Right.
I'm like, okay, who's playing Houston? Then maybe we can get to play Biloxi or something like that. So I see Scout Bar all the time, but I haven't had a chance to ever be there. Clicks in Baton Rouge was another one.
Okay, so I was gonna say, isn't there a Scout in Baton Rouge? But it's Clicks. You just corrected
There's
my.
Clicks and then there's the Varsity.
That's right. No,
And-
Clicks. I
yeah.
think that's where we played a long time
Yeah, a
ago.
little pool hall.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
I love the way the stage was set up. It was just anyways, it's like in the wall.
Right.
So yeah.
Yep. What else? Was there any other bars mentioned or any other venues, especially any local venues?
Juke Joint
Yep.
was mentioned, and
I think did we mention? Okay, did we mention Kirk's earlier? They're out there trying to do
The
the
Hot
hot
Spot.
spot. I'm sorry, that's throwback.
No,
That's
but
throwback.
the Hot Spot.
They're doing music regularly.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times for a couple of the shows, and I mean it's that old vibe. It's the same similar setup that Kirk's Bazaar used to be, but it's still intimate setting. And
Yep.
I say intimate, but when the music gets going, it's in your face.
Yeah.
So
You and I have talked about it already before. You know, we've done the two concert promotions, the Summer Throwdown and the what was the last one? Summer Throwdown. What was the last one called? Are we gonna forget it on the air live?
Yep.
Fall Ball. Haha.
Fall Ball.
The
Yes.
Summer Throwdown and the Fall Ball. And we did both of those.
Looking at the poster,
Yeah,
I never
well, it's
put
not-
the names
it's
on
not
the
on them.
poster.
Yeah, it's not
Either
on-
one of them.
But no, so we did at the Biloxi Community Center, which is
Yes.
a 800 person venue, right?
Right.
If you totally pack it out, and we had a great time and we had a great turnout. But I think for number 3 for us, we've talked about it. I think we're gonna go a little more intimate with a little bit smaller of a venue, and really try to like just cram pack some people into a place like we haven't named yet because we don't really know, right? But just kind of change it up and see what works. See if it's different. See if it feels different versus the big stage with the band kind of, people that go to concerts, the difference between seeing a band in like something like Soul Kitchen or
Right.
even a little step bigger than that, House of
That's
Blues.
another good venue. Soul
House
Kitchen.
of Blues versus the Coliseum, right?
Right.
You're just that much further away from the artist. So I think, we've done kind of for us something that was a little bit bigger and maybe kind of trying to shrink it down and just get a little bit closer to some of these bands and highlight some of that stuff.
No, I think that's the way we need to go.
We need to get on that too, by the way.
yeah,
Start
I
playing on
know.
that. We've got some shameless self-promotion we're going to do.
That we do.
We're going to play 2 more videos before we end
Yes.
the show. But right now, we do want to mention the website, www.thesound228.com. You can go on there. You can chat with us through the website. We have all the audio podcasts there. We have the video podcast there. If you'd like to watch, actually watch us, you can find all of our content on there. You can also go to our shop and pick up. We still have the Support Local Music t-shirts that are available on the website. Our logo on the front, the bands that submitted their name on the back. We have a few of those still left for sale. What else, Kevin? What am I missing? Always like and share
Like
and
and
comment
share.
if you can.
Yeah, like and share. We're on all the social media platforms:
Twitter, Instagram.
Twitter,
Yep.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yep.
We actually have a Snapchat. Neither one of us usually use.
Yeah, we're not too heavy there.
yeah.
We're on TikTok too. We only got a couple of videos, but we're on there.
Yeah.
And if go to our, I'll
That
tell
one
you what
was
you
new
do.
to me.
It is go to our YouTube page and look under the live performances tab, and it's also on our Facebook page, live performances, and pick out a live performance of a band that you like, performance that you dig, and share it for us. Right? It's just another way to
share or comment and tell us why you like that particular performance.
But it's another way to get the local music scene some exposure.
Yes.
Your social media account, is an avenue to help bands around here, right? Because when you share it, that's people that know you that may not know that band. So it very much helps out.
What's that meme say? How do you help a band without actually having to go to their
That's
without
right.
being able to go to their live
Or
shows?
spend money.
Like, share, do whatever you can to help spread the word.
That's
I
right.
mean, that's what it's for.
And to all you audio podcast listeners that are listening right now, we appreciate you. I know a lot of times you hear us introduce the video and then you don't actually hear or see anything. We jump cut right to the next one. But that's just because we don't own the rights to the music and we don't want the audio podcast getting messed with in any way for playing the actual songs. And you wouldn't see the video either. So
Right.
But we do. I didn't even think of this segue. We do have those songs, the ones that we talk about. They are on our Spotify playlist. So if you have a Spotify account, just go right into there, search the Sound 228, and you can look at almost every single song that we featured on this show. We have all in one convenient location on that playlist, and
Yes.
we share that link from time to time as well. So. Kevin,
I'm just a puppet. Yes.
Yeah. What do we have next coming up on the videos? We got 2 more videos.
Two more videos. So the first band is the band called Trine. They're out of Austin, Texas. Kind of steered in our direction by our good friends at Kingdom Collapse. So check them out. The song's going to be Please Don't Go. And then the last video we're going to play is a new song from an old band.
Oh,
well, not
nice.
an older band.
I see
old
it.
band. Yeah.
Well, they've been around for a while.
Right. So if you remember back in the day, we had a band that come around here quite often. They were called Rev Theory. Well, there's a Rev Theory, I guess you could say 2.0.
Right.
So they're actually going to be dropping new music, new singer. There's nothing, it's just the old singer Rich doesn't want to do it anymore. He's got a family and he wants to be a part of the
Right.
and do the family thing, which is cool. But Maddie, the bass player, is your singer, and then Julian, the guitarist, is still in the band. This one that you'll hear, it's called Drop the Hammer, and we'll talk a little bit after we come back out of it. But like I said, the first band you're going to see is Trine. They're out of Austin, Texas. Check them out, and you're watching The Sound.
Lives in me. It finds its way somehow down inside trenching. Only time will tell if we pass or fail. Collect your things and leave a note for those you left behind. It's vital, it's hopeless, you need a find no bliss in my song can reach you, and this won't defeat you. Please don't go. You'll
All right, man. That was Rev Theory with a new song, "Drop the Hammer," and it was released back in October of last year. I gotta admit, I'm feeling it. I dig it.
No, I like it.
Especially for a band that's been around since when? I mean, they've been around for a while, even though they took some time off.
2005.
Yeah, I mean, they were on the radio. They played a lot of shows down here. I mean, they were kind of like that Egypt Central level.
Yep.
For around here. In our little local community.
Matter of fact, I'm looking at the poster when Drowning Pool played at Thunder's Tavern. It was Drowning Pool, Rev Theory, and Egypt Central.
Yeah,
Another Black Day.
The last time show I remember them was on Point Cadet, if I remember correctly. I remember.
Right,
it was the last one they did.
No, the Point Cadet one was their very first show ever down here.
Really?
Yeah, because it was with Hinder. Yeah, that was the only time they played Point Cadet because it was 2 nights before Katrina. And then Point Cadet was gone.
Yeah, I could have swore I saw him before. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna give you that one because I'm sure.
But no, they played Crew Fest.
Yeah.
And they were out with Papa Roach at one point.
Yeah,
and,
they were doing shit.
So they're dropping some new music. Check them out. Check them out on all their social media platforms. Streaming. Truth is Currency was the very first album when they were known as Revelation Theory.
Yep.
They just now popped that up on all streaming audio, so you can check it out on Spotify and all that kind of stuff. I was jamming on it on the way from Pensacola today.
That's awesome, man. Thanks again so much, everybody, for listening. We really do appreciate it. We would love to hear feedback from you, what you like about the show, what you'd like to see that we're not doing. You can reach out to us on any of the social media platforms, the Sound 228 on Facebook.
Thank you, Adam. Adam says that was an awesome show.
Yeah, so thank you, Adam. We
appreciate
you, man. Always love seeing you at the events. You're a big supporter, and we do appreciate that. We are working on planning some more live events. We got a couple ideas, a couple tricks up our sleeves that we're going to try to roll out somewhere around probably April, don't you think, Kevin?
Yeah,
April-ish. We haven't confirmed anything yet. We'll let you know more about that. Go to the website if you want to and check it out, thesound228.com. You can join our email list there just by subscribing to the website. We're going to get that thing rolling again where we send out a once a week at the most kind of
we don't kill you.
Yeah, we don't spam with that. We just kind of give you some highlights of the show and some stuff that we've got, any type of offers that we get from.
And the cool thing about that website is you can actually chat with us.
Yes.
At the website. So you can send us a chat and we can actually chat back and forth through our website.
Yep. But send us a message on Facebook, send us a direct message on Instagram. We always love hearing from y'all. Send us some music that we don't know about too. I mean, we're on the internet scouring around trying to find it.
Send it.
Yep. For the people that are on the audio podcast, I want to talk directly to y'all. Thanks for listening. If you can make sure you're subscribed. We don't care what platform you listen to, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbeam, or Stitcher is a big one.
Stitcher, Spotify.
Yep.
Hit that follow button on Spotify.
That's right.
iHeart.
That's right. We're on all of those platforms. Leave us a review. We would definitely love to read that and check it out. And if you have an Amazon Alexa or a Google Home, all you have to do is say, Alexa, play the latest version of the Sound podcast, and it'll play it. So it's super easy.
Have you tested that?
Yes, I have. It works. You have to say it a specific way, though. You have to say, play the latest episode of the Sound podcast.
Gotcha.
Or it won't work. But we're on there. So anyway, that was our shameless self-promotion. We do appreciate it. We thank y'all all so much for watching, so much for being a part of this. We're having a great time doing it. And until the next one, which is when?
The 20th.
We think.
The February 20th. It's a Thursday night. Matter of fact, I think I scheduled myself to work again. So
smart.
But anyway, no, I may be off. I don't know. Oh,
Either way,
it's going to be our Mardi Gras episode.
Oh yeah.
So
it's going to be a
we're
fun
gonna
time.
we're gonna have a good time because that is the weekend before the big blowout festivities.
We need to do like a another open house. Everybody show up. Like we need to make that one Calamity, where there's just people everywhere on this thing. I think we can make that happen. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all have a good night.